and I'm off to pick my college kid. Time on my crucible was when I was talking about my activism and my experiences here in the city of St. Anthony Village, Minnesota, with their school district and my kids, and how my kids are doing really well right now. Not in that, not going to the schools, the brick and mortars. And that was 2 days ago. That was 2 days ago. And so since then, the kid, college boy, has gone to class again yesterday. He went. Or was it yesterday? So it was yesterday, I'm sorry. And then today is Tuesday. So he had it in the afternoon. He had classes in the afternoon today. I did not drop him off this morning. Otherwise, I would have been on live. But I am picking him up because my husband has to teach his class at the men's SKU. And so he cannot pick him up. Okay, so it wants me to resume because my stream was interrupted. I'm not sure the stream was interrupted, but it was where I was talking about the disparities, the educational disparities, and how the statistics are computed, and how there's categories of race, and how in the state of Minnesota, the statistics that are used show that Africans are not reading as well or as strongly as white students. And so they come up with various interventions, solutions to try to remediate that, but they need funding. And so to get funding, you have to have data that shows that your students are improving. And it's just, I mean, I understand how that on paper, right? And in a whole like proposal, that makes sense. But there's also the issue, if you study, well, for lack of a better term, if you study poverty, okay, you're gonna see that it's not that a child comes from poverty that makes it where they're not achieving or they're not doing well in school. That's not that's like the big category. That's not the single reason or cause, right? There's layers to that, because there are children who are in the foster care system, children who are displaced, all of that stuff, who end up becoming medical doctors. Okay? And so that doesn't explain what is going on. Now, the theory that I had, because I started looking at this in undergrad, right? So after the military, so that would be maybe like 1999, 2000, I started looking at this, because at the time, my major at Alverno College in Milwaukee, Wisconsin was, what was it? It was something communications. And I was thinking law, right? So it was like always like pre-law type of thing. But another issue is that I found it personally very difficult to get straight information from the designee at the institutions that I attended to help me with understanding how to apply for law school as a first generation My family is more in the medical field and in academia and in finance. Oh, engineers too. Oh, and clergy. So that's the background. No one is an attorney, right? And so I would be the first lawyer, right? So I'm the first law school graduate, and I will not be the last, because my plan is to make sure that I produce nothing but attorneys, right? And they can do it. I just have to make sure that, again, I remove the barriers. Now, what I am, after I graduated from law school, I studied for the bar for, so when I started studying for the bar, like the house was set up, and then we had the unfortunate event with the flooding. And then we got the idea that, well, let's renovate, let's upgrade, right? Let's remodel, okay? And showed pictures of another house in our city in St. Anthony Village that was renovated and listed for over $1 million, right? And we were told, yep, that's absolutely doable, especially because we were putting in, like, our house, let's say our house is worth $500,000. We were putting in the other $500,000 in renovations. And so that was sort of like what we were doing. And so that turned out to where I guess we picked the wrong company. And so right now we're still sorting through, because the renovations are going to resume, but not for, I think, like at least I would say for us, I would say at least 2 years. And if we start doing it, like, when I say 2 years, I mean like doing it how we were going to do it, where they have the cash and they're just supposed to, like, work, right? It's probably going to have to be done in sections now, piecemeal, for the renovations, because of the situation that we are in. And that's okay. And so what I experienced was that delay, I guess, in my studying for the bar exam, but I still did everything that I was supposed to do, as far as, like, sitting for it, taking it, all of that stuff. And then I planned, around that same time, this kid that I'm picking up right now, he graduated from high school, and he was starting his freshman year at Hamlin, which is where I'm going to pick him up from right now. And so if anybody knows who has kids in college right now, what was happening last year with the FAFSA and the changes from this current administration, a lot of people's financial aid stuff was, like, all, like, rejected and everything like that. Oh, I have messages. I'll read them in 2 seconds. I'm sorry, I'm driving. I'm sure you guys want me to live. So there were a bunch of issues with people's FAFSAs, and he's a freshman, so it's new, and I just wanted to make sure that that nothing happens to him that happened to, like, his dad or me, where this didn't happen to me because the grace of God, but his dad got into a situation where he came in, excellent grades, all of that stuff, and after freshman year, it's hard. It's hard. It's a new thing. You're acclimating, you're becoming an adult, and then you're learning shit they're not telling you, right? So you make mistakes, and some people make mistakes that are felonies, and so being aware of this, we made the conscious decision to keep our kid, here he is, to keep our kid at home. He's coming in right now. And support him. So let me read my comments really quickly. Eunice Emery said hi. Hello. Melissa said, hello, how are you? I'm fine.
Hey, Mom.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. I'm on live. Give me a hug.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. And this is the guy.
Hello.
He's gonna be removing his mask soon. But and then Eunice said, can you come to Turkey? I don't know. I don't know if Turkey will have me. Melissa said, salam, Eunice. Salam. And then Melissa and Eunice are talking to each other. Michael, oriented ambassador of Christ. I need that. Hello. Melissa and Eunice are talking to each other, exchanging Snapchat and Instagram. And then Eunice says he will hug. Let me hug you. Thank you. So what we do first is I listen to how Youngsters Day was. So you guys are gonna be in on it. So how was your day, my love?
Good. Let's see. First,
chemistry lab.
I went through tort law.
Wait, chemistry lab first, right?
Nope. It is
oh, that's
tort
last.
Law,
okay,
and then
sorry.
Chemistry is last.
Okay, so you went to torts?
Yes, in which we reviewed chapter 1 and chapter 3. Chapter 1 was the introduction to like what a tort is, while chapter 3 was the different kinds of torts, like battery, conversion, etc. And then for chemistry, we reviewed lab safety, which
you already know that, right? Kind of, a little bit. Is it the same as the lab safety from Connections, or is it different?
It's a bit different because I'm actually in a lab. You know what I'm saying? It's like
actual like lab room.
Yes.
It's not the house.
Yes.
So, are you in a group for your lab?
No, not yet.
Okay. Did you pick up like a lab kit or something? I think they said they had like...
there is 2 lab notebooks.
Let's see. Is it graphing paper?
No. Let me see.
No graphing paper. That's unfortunate.
So here it is.
Can they see the... Okay.
One red.
Oh.
And one
like tan?
White, tan. Yeah. One's the report sheet. The tan one's the report sheet, and then the other is the manual.
Okay. So, besides the readings for tomorrow, do you have anything from this class?
No, not yet. Wait. There is the lab safety quiz, like the sort of quiz that's like how to do. It's not a quiz; it's like a certificate.
Yeah.
That I understand how not to blow myself up.
And how not to leak chemicals.
Yeah.
So now you understand why I do what I do. So yeah, I was just talking about like disparities and how the achievement gap is labeled in categories, and they say like in the state of Minnesota, African American students underachieve in reading and math everywhere as compared to white students. And then it's the statistics that they're using, unfortunately, to support what they're saying, I think should be used differently, because poverty is multi-layered, because there are many people that are, well, I don't want to say everybody, but many people that I know that have come from poverty and ended up being medical doctors. You know what I'm saying? So the difference is they had people in their lives from the system and the institutions that actually helped them, right? And provided them with information, resources, gave guidance, gave support. And so if we look at how it was in the brick and mortars with my children versus I love that Eunice and Melissa are just talking to each other. I love that. But if you look at how it was, even like so for example, I remember asking, let me just, I don't even know what, there we go. Is this, ooh, I don't want to hang up. Okay, so I remember asking, so when we transferred, so first of all, at St. Anthony, how was your elementary school experience in the St. Anthony School District?
It was rough, I guess. Yeah,
Speak
rough.
up.
Rough, you know.
Did you feel supported?
No,
No?
not really.
What are some examples of where you needed support or asked for support and it was something else?
Well,
Let's start with elementary.
first off, I would use like teachers to specify like certain assignments, and they would be like, and they would like haphazardly like talk like things like, oh, what do you mean? Like more specifically to like specify like
Speak up, baby.
specify the directions. They would give a somewhat lazy answer, or just not really like answer my question.
Yeah,
Like,
so you asked for clarification on instructions and they wouldn't give it.
yeah.
And as you know, if you don't have the instructions and you don't understand the instructions, you're probably not going to complete the assignment properly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That tracks. And then when I would ask for resources that they would use, how to support you better, what they would say to me was that they had none. And it was like, what's going on here? So what was your experience in middle school in St. Anthony School
Middle
District?
school was, I guess, a bit better, but still rough. Let's see. Let me think back to it. I know for a few professors it was somewhat like elementary, where they weren't specific, or
Teachers, right?
like teachers,
Assistant
yes,
professors.
teachers, like teachers, that they still weren't like as specific as I wanted. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
so-
You're a sophomore in college now with a 4.0 GPA.
Mhm.
And so when we went to Connections, right? So this afforded us the opportunity, and this is before COVID, right? Where kids had to start going online. This afforded us the opportunity to actually be like involved. I remember the first year I was asking, because my idea was that it would be like the brick and mortar, but you would be online, right? So you would be on there, and from like, I don't know, 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and you take breaks and you'd be at home and things like that.